What's up, everybody? Welcome to the ReCoop. I'm your host, Cooper Daniels. And do I even have my microphone on? Mic check, mic check. Yes, I do. What's going on? How the fuck are you doing? It's Wednesday. Ethereum spot ETFs are live. They're going. Grayscale is putting a damper on it. Mt. Gox. Stock market is plummeting. Bitcoin is staying strong. I think all of us are a little like, oh shit. What is Donald Trump going to say tomorrow, man? Is it tomorrow? I think it's tomorrow. What's Donald Trump going to say tomorrow at the Bitcoin conference? Is he going to talk about a strategic Bitcoin US reserve? Holy shit. What a thing, folks. Now, I think a little bit of the confidence of crypto Twitter that Donald Trump is a shoo-in is waning. I think people are realizing, holy shit, wait a second. We're in a bubble. That's what they should be realizing. We're in a bubble. We're in a crypto Twitter bubble where men have several wives and women are just happy to be around us because of our testosterone and the smells, the pheromones, and they just wear cute outfits and cook for us all day. News alert, most of America doesn't like that. So I'm just saying, folks. I'm just saying. It's a harder hill to climb. We'll see how it goes. But neither here nor there. If Donald Trump does, in fact, he is the likely winner of this election anyways. It's still in my opinion. I think Kamala Harris is, she's having her little moment. She's having a moment of excitement. People are like, oh my God, thank God she's not an old guy. I think a lot of people identify with that. But at the same time, I think Donald Trump was wise because the first rumor was he wasn't going to debate Kamala. And then he realized, holy shit, if I just let the media and her campaign define her, then I'm screwed. I got to get side by side, say some funny shit, cackling Kamala. It's a hard thing to say. Cackling Kamala. I guess it's not hard to say, but it doesn't really sound good. Cackling Kamala. He's calling her laughing Kamala. Also not very good. It's a disappointing one. The nickname man hasn't landed on it yet for Kamala Harris. But my point is he's smart to debate her. Fine, whatever. But on Bitcoin side of it is that if he goes out there and says that my plan is to have a strategic Bitcoin reserve, then what does that say to the other countries in the world? The US is going to have a strategic Bitcoin reserve, like an official reserve of Bitcoin. What does that say? Am I not on Twitter? It's just not showing. I hope I'm on Twitter. Am I on Twitter? Oh, the numbers just aren't showing. Okay, it's all good. I don't care. I'll do it just for a few of you. I don't even give a shit right now. I just got to get through it. We're stopping drinking over here, folks. And we're doing it actually this time. I don't need to, I say it and I don't do it. That's what all of us, you know what I mean? It's 4th of July. Summer's hard. I get it, Cooper. Cooper's fine. You're doing fine. But yeah, that's what I'm doing over here. So I'm a little angsty. It's all good. I just got to get through this week. So the point is that other countries are going to chase. And what our boy Jason Lowry from, what was his book called? From Space Force, whatever. I don't even remember the name of the book, but the fact that there's going to be a race, there's going to be a real race and countries are going to be like, and there's only 21 million folks. Tomorrow, Bitcoin may go parabolic. I swear to God, we might finally get one of those $10,000 candles. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little too hopped up on hopium. On the other side of things, Ethereum is struggling, right? This product isn't perfect. It doesn't include staking, which sucks because that's one of the cooler things that investment professionals would look at Ethereum and be like, oh shit, there's a return, there's a dividend, whatever. But those products don't have that, which is fine. I get it. We've all talked about that. We've chewed on that enough. But the main point of that is yes, people are now able to put that in their 401ks. They're able to put that in their traditional stock portfolio. They don't have to worry about custodying their own. They can trust somebody like Fidelity or Bitwise or BlackRock or whoever, But the issue is Grayscale is playing its fuckery games again. So we're going to go through this period where there's going to be a ton of outflows And the way Gary set up these ETFs is that these outflows have to go to cash. So there has to be a selling event in order for people to move from this exorbitant, why try to say that word? Why try it? Why not just say this crazy high fees of the newly converted trust to ETF, 2.5%, to a competitor that is a fraction, 0.15%. The fee is insane. So there's going to be a mass exodus of out of the grayscale the new grayscale ETF. They have a mini trust, but that's neither here nor there right now. So a lot of that is going to happen over the next few days. But if it tracks like Bitcoin did, it will have some pressure downwards, and then it's going to bounce. And the inflows are pretty good. Don't listen to some of these articles. I was reading a Block article, and they were talking about how there's 10 billion. Because the Grayscale Trust had a 10 billion going into this. So there's going to be things that get you hyped up that aren't really true. What else? Stock market's down. We're going to look at that. I don't even really know what the crypto market's doing. Last I looked is that Bitcoin had ticked up a touch. Ethereum had ticked down a touch, which makes me think that alts are struggling. There's a lot of hype about a XRP ETF coming, a Solana ETF. So, the resolution of the XRP case seems to be imminent, and Solana has got the juice. It's got the juice for all these people. They got the bags packed. They got their bags packed, folks. That's definitely the Fed chain. That's okay, though. We need a Fed chain. All right. He made it. What's up, Clint? The teasing from Coop reminds me of my exes. What's up, everybody? Good morning, Jax. Good morning, Fish. And good morning, Cap Hits. Thanks for coming in, guys. All right. Hey. All right. Let's get going here, and let's just scroll the news, navigate the noise. I don't even have a joke. I was trying to have a joke, but I didn't have it. That's sad. All right. Let's go to CNBC. Oops. Definitely don't want that. I just want to go down here. Put me in the corner. All right. So we'll refresh this, see what's going on. So Tesla and Google disappointed yesterday in some ways. So the NASDAQ is continuing to dump. So now it's over 3%. The Dow is performing much better at less than, but still down 355 points, but down less than 1%. The S&P 500 is down nearly 2%, and it's fallen below that 5,500 mark. And Russell's doing okay. Let's look at oil, liquid gold, I guess. Oil is ticking up a bit. Natural gas is coming down from those. It pumped for a while. Gold, 2,400. Silver's below 30. All right. And we'll look at crypto in a second. Tech earnings disappoint, on track for the worst day of the year. Alphabet meets earnings expectations, but misses on YouTube ad revenue because I think X is eating its lunch. My show is a small little microcosm of that. I need X in order to, if you look at my stats, if you look at my screen right now, you'd be like, oh God, nobody's watching, but everybody's watching on X because I'm putting it there. And when I do more recorded stuff, it'll probably be back on YouTube. We'll get going again on YouTube. But for right now, for this live stream, it makes a lot more sense to include the X audience because that's where you guys all live. Tesla shares fall 11% after earnings miss, head for steepest slide since January. There was some news, and then even Donald Trump confirmed it, that Musk was donating $45 million a month, and Musk is backing away from that, or says it's fake news, and he's not doing that. So we'll see how that plays out. Inside Out 2 is the highest grossing animated movie of all time. I saw that in the theater. Pretty good. Talk about anxiety. $2,000 camps. I know this shit's so expensive. And then when you put your kids in the cheap one, it's like, all right, there you go, son. Go meet. Anyways, I shouldn't say that. That's mean. Okay. Okay, what do we got? We got Tesla down almost 11%. We got Nvidia down 5%. Oh shit. It's worse than I thought. So that just took a hit. I read something about how Tesla is going after some of the NVIDIA AI chip business. We'll see how that goes. Elon Musk will attend Netanyahu's speech to Congress as his guest. Some of you don't like that. Some of you are going to be upset about old Elon supporting old Netanyahu. Not a huge Netanyahu fan myself. Pfizer's gene therapy for rare genetic bleeding disorder succeeds in trial. Why are you reading that? Coop. Nobody cares. Ford. I mean, Elon Musk went to saying, I'm going to give $45 million to Trump, getting everybody in that camp super excited to be like, nah, I'm not really doing that. And maybe he didn't say that. Maybe it was misrepresented by the Wall Street Journal, like he said. Nah, I'm not going to do that. And then he becomes a special guest to Netanyahu. Hey, he does what he does what he does. He's going to do what he does. All right, enough of this site. CoinDesk. Let's go to CoinDesk real quick, see what the crypto news, EOS desk, Peter Thiel and company, what they have to say, what their narrative they're trying to push. Ethereum ETFs aren't blockchain, but buyers are aping in. Coinbase Asset Management plans tokenized money market fund. A hot area after BlackRock's BUIDL success. Okay. So they're tokenizing a money market fund. That's kind of cool. What do we got? Obviously going to do that on Ethereum, like BlackRock, right? Coinbase Asset Management is creating a tokenized money market fund, according to 4 people familiar with the plan. Tokenization of real-world assets is a hot corner of crypto. You can see all this, right? Yeah. The asset management arm of U.S.-listed cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase is creating a tokenized money market fund. We already read basically that. We don't need people. We all understand what an RWA is. Red wine, hooker, blow, gold, oil, Inu. Say that fund quickly hit. Oh, we got to talk about that. Somebody decided to buy that right before some cool announcement was made. I don't know who did that, but that's okay. Don't care. For investors, tokenized funds provide numerous potential benefits, including the transparency provided by blockchain-linked assets. Okay, fine. Specifically, this would represent an expansion of the company's already publicly known attempt to break into the tokenization space. In December, the company received in principle approval from an Abu Dhabi regulator to start tokenizing traditional assets on Base. So Base is the future, huh? 2 of the people familiar with the matter said Coinbase Asset Management has been working with Bermuda-based Apex Group. Nobody cares. You're going to do it, and that's cool. Let's see it. We don't know what that means. Bitcoin rewards app fold eyes. Bitcoin rewards app fold. It must be called fold. Eyes NASDAQ listing via $365 million SPAC deal. SPACs are still a thing. Okay, what do they got? What do they got? Dr. Copper. Apparently, copper is the is an indicator. I don't really know much about that. Let's read about it. Let's learn. Let's learn, folks. Dr. Copper is losing ground against safe haven gold, signaling economic weakness and risk aversion on the horizon. Well, that seems to be what's happening in tech right now. The copper to gold, or just showing the bubble. There's a little bit of a prick in that bubble. The copper to gold ratio has tanked to lowest since November 2020, offering bearish cues to risk assets, including cryptocurrencies. The sliding ratio also means lower interest rates ahead. Suppose you've been following the crypto market for some time. In that case, you might have heard market participants say that the debut of Bitcoin, spot ETFs in the US, blah, blah, blah. However, traders should recognize that the expected billions are still dependent on economic developments, blah, blah, blah. The ratio representing the division of the market price per pound of copper by the price per pound of gold has dropped over 8% this month, reaching the lowest since November 2020. Demand for copper, a metal deeply embedded in the manufacturing sector, is closely tied to industrial activity. Hence, the metal is widely called Dr. Copper, a proxy for economic health and investor risk appetite. Meanwhile, gold is considered a haven. As such, the relative valuation reflects investors' appetite for risk and growth-sensitive assets like technology stocks. The ratio of copper to gold rises as the global economy expands and the stocks rise too. When economic uncertainties increase, okay, you guys get it. So they're saying that copper is falling against gold, which means that manufacturing is slowing down and people are moving their money into a safe haven like gold. Bitcoin is supposed to be that safe haven too. So relax, article. Just relax, okay? Let it play out. We're cooking over here in crypto, okay? All right. We'll check the block real quick. Okay, so looks like prices are bouncing back unless oh, no, never mind. Isn't that fun how the block gives you Bitcoin, Sol, Pith? Like, doesn't that tell you who their master is? Okay, never mind. Oh, so they have like the classic crew, and then they have the Solana crew. Okay, it's not as bad as I thought. Experts react to spot Ethereum ETF debut. Compare it to Bitcoin. Bitcoin futures open interest remains flat despite price rise. Sol is up 3%. Pith is up 8%. So let's see. Okay. Blockworks, sometimes they give a more independent view or whatever. At least it's a different view. Oh, shit. ETH is falling below 3,400. I did buy into the fact that we were going to get a crash. So I did sell. Oh yeah, dots down. Okay, so we're getting smacked. I want to go look at that. Wine tokenization on Solana. Okay, we've been doing that. We've already been doing that. Algorand had that for a while. Whatever happened to that? Solana has not surpassed Ethereum in trailing 30-day decentralized exchange volume. Brat Energy. Kamala Harris meme coin goes 100x in 3 months as pump intensifies. Oh my God. Bitcoin slumps. Ether flat as market digests ETH ETF launch. I'm just reading articles. Look at him. This guy looks like my brother-in-law. On the margin, plus check on the stir market. Nobody cares about any of this. Brad Energy. Oh my God, I don't want to read that again. Poly market hits new all-time highs. This is like a major success for crypto, by the way, the poly market. It's a nice mainstream success. Okay, let's look at prices. You guys want to look at prices? I want to look at prices. All right. I'm sorry for whistling. It's a weird thing to do. Okay, so Bitcoin's holding on to 66, but barely. Bitcoin, you're going to be all right, Bitcoin. Volume is low. Ethereum volume is actually decent, but it is falling. It's doing exactly what I thought it was going to do, and it's doing it. I wonder how far, though. Where are you a buyer on ETH? Because I am going to redeploy that capital that I took off the table back into ETH. When are you a buyer? How bad is this going to get? It looks like it. I think it keeps going, right? They got to get rid of this. They got to move out of this thing. Let's rip the Band-Aid off. Do you think it could get down to like 28? Do you think it's going to break 3, or do you think it's going to bounce sooner than that? I just don't know that the demand is that high. The product is flawed. Like the Bitcoin narrative and ETF made a lot more sense than the Ethereum one. But then we also have this tokenization narrative that is overtaking everything. We got Biddle. We got what was BlackRock was pitching for. Oh shit, I forget what Athena. The Athena to have them put, the token. They were putting, what is it? Athena is putting RWAs on their balance sheet for their coin, their interest bearing US stable coin. Look at me struggle through those words. Holy shit. Thoughts, really. Anyways, you hear that. Now you hear Coinbase is doing it. So this is all going to happen as Ethereum as the base layer of all this stuff, even if it's base, So that narrative is going to be strong. So there is a real investment thesis here. And Ethereum is going to become like this institutional resilient layer. And then we're going to have like, the shitheads on Solana, Avalanche, hopefully Algorand. Algorand has a whole other niche of RWAs, and it is doing its like own thing. We all know. But yeah, Ethereum is sort of dipping right now. Yeah, down 2% in the last 24 hours, 1.5% in the last hour, but it's still keeping up with Bitcoin. Bitcoin has fallen below 66, so it's not going great. XRP is still over 60. We're expecting good news from there. This is looking like it wants to send. Avalanche is $29. If you are aware, you got one more week of Token Wars. Speaking of Avalanche, one more week of Token Wars, where percentage of growth is the metric that they are measuring over at MESSINA. So, yeah, keep going for this week. Get those rewards. They're juicy. I hate the word juicy. Sorry for that, guys. Okay, near down. I said it like I cared. Sorry, I don't. I don't own it. I don't really care then. You know what I'm saying? That's just the reality of most of this stuff. Stellar, don't care. Monero, no longer care. Stacks, now I care. Let's see. What do we got here? Stacks, down. Too bad. 178. That 120 buy from a few weeks ago, though, still looks good, doesn't it? Too bad I didn't do it. All right. Hedera, nobody's caring anymore, folks. I think people are starting to be like, Hedera, why do you keep dumping on us, Hedera? I told everybody. I made a video about this years ago, and I was like, this doesn't look good. And they lied to us about tokenizing a BlackRock something with BlackRock or whatever. They don't lie. They misled us, and then they had to buy. It's just Hedera. Don't own that. Don't own that. Sorry. I was interested in Sui. I think that's one of the new players that could get some shine, even though the tokenomics are jacked. It's one of those that there's a lot of VCs out there that are going to play their games on Sui. I don't own it, but 80 cents. It's been hanging out there. I think that the games will be played, and when we're in a bull market, and Sui should probably run. Thorchain has been having a nice little run, is giving back some of those gains. It's just like clockwork, this thing. It tanks all the way down, and then it runs back up. Algo. Number 67, man. Hey, man. 26 million volume. Pretty bad, man. 67, I'm holding on to 14 cents. Down about 10% on the week. Market cap nearly 2 billion. Almost out of the top 70. Brett is above it. Hey, man, it's all right. I'll go. You're going to figure it out, boy. All right, so Multiverse X. Eagle, don't own it, but that's okay. That's at least, that is out of this top 70. Friggin' Bitcoin Satoshi Vision just won't go away. Didn't Craig Wright have to actually say I was not Satoshi? All right. Let's look at Vestige, home of ASAs, love, and sandwiches. We got sus pumping. It's a bit sus. Coop still in the green, but, it's cooled off a bit. Still over 6 cents, nearly 3 million. Volume's pretty good at 18,000. Stable TVL, or what? Who cares about stable? Total TVL's 320,000. Look at that candle. Look at that. That's what you want to. That's what you want to make love to. It's that big stick. Gross. All right. Let's see. There's sus, but what's the hooker doing? Hooker still can't stop, won't stop. Hooker. Huh. Almost 30,000 market cap. 5,000 TVL. Up 56% in the last 24 hours, 16% in the last hour. Somebody's bidding the hooker. It's been a painful slide. Showing a little life. Red wine, hooker, blow, gold, oil, in it. Chips, Poker Gold is sub 10 cents. DFly. DFly has been so Polka Gold took over DFly. So that the DFly crash, it's sub 900,000 market cap, which is low. Opulus is bouncing back a little bit, but still sub 10 cents. Coop is outperforming everything. GORA announced, I think, a new NFT project. But yeah, hopefully this price will rebound a bit. Their TVL is about 150,000, so that's very low. And their market cap is about $1 million, with only 16% circulating. So see how that plays out. Kometa is pumping a bit. Nico getting some good price action. Oh, Jaws. Jawsy Wazzies. 170 market cap. Down 15%. This thing is bouncing up and down. All right. Some mustache coins are outperforming over there on Algorand. I do like that red wine hooker blow gold oil Inu is getting a little shine. What can you get? You can get 30% off on all colors from Ledger. Do you guys even know about red wine hooker blow gold oil Inu? So the idea behind that, when is something that I created, I guess. And so what I was doing was, with Coop, it was an accident. There was no thought behind it. It was, there was thought, but it was just fucking around. And just like, I thought it would be funny if Esmeralda told, Devin that he was in danger and they needed to disappear. And then she named him Coop Toshi. And then after she named him Coop Toshi and they were going to disappear into the Guatemalan jungle forest and live in a hut and disappear forever, he was going to distribute all of the Coop to everybody because he didn't need it anymore, because he was going to live with the love of his life and stay away from the troubles of the world and blah, blah, blah. And as you know, if you've been paying attention to the story, she didn't like that he was drinking all day, every day in the hut. And he didn't like that he was being told what to do. So he escaped the hut. So it didn't last long, but that was the idea. And then I distributed it all as a joke. And then you guys know the story. With RWA, red wine, hooker, blow, gold, oil, Inu, I was like, well, it could be funny because Algorand is really trying to position itself as the RWA chain. So I was like, well, Algorand needs an RWA meme coin, right? I need it. We need it. And so I thought, okay, well, what is an interesting way to distribute this thing where I obviously don't keep any for myself, and it isn't like me just packing the bags of my friends or giving people like any kind of advantage, really. And I thought, well, one of the issues of the distribution of Coop was that you had to be in the vicinity of me. And even though Algorand is on the smaller side, most people were, so that's what made it nicely distributed. I thought, well, what if I gave an announcement of 6 unsuspecting communities, the opportunity to get a sixth of the RWA pool, and they distribute it however they see fit. So then, hopefully, hitting different audiences, people were able to distribute this, and it would become more fully distributed, a larger supply, and hopefully that could invigorate the community, give rewards to people's communities. Some of the best people that I see out there in the community, hopefully it can like lift it up, and we have fun with the RWA meme coin. Well, what ended up happening is that did work. People got excited. Everybody that I asked to distributed it. We had NF Domains. We had Thirstober Crazy Horse. We had Native and Scully Friends. We had Mingo, Algonauts, and one other. I don't know. I remember regretting that I didn't give some to GovHat and he distributed on Reddit because I was like, fuck, we always ignore Reddit. But anyways, there was one other person. It doesn't matter. My brain doesn't work. It doesn't matter. But it was cool. They all took the initiative and they all spread it along. And what ended up happening was everyone just dumped it. Some people got excited and then people just jacked that liquidity. I don't know why people didn't want to make it. People tried to distribute it artfully and slow. Some put it out really fast. Some wanted to hold some back. But for whatever reason, people weren't inspired to provide the liquidity and all that stuff in order to make it work. But I thought it would be fun, and so I created a character around the guy that was the developer on RWA. His name was Rick Strong, and I was making it. That was the voice I did earlier. Rick Strong is that character and part of the thing that I've been writing, so it's all good. But what really happened was it just became a reward, but it was never incentivized in reverse. So it just was completely inflationary. Anybody that believed in it got shit on. Like me, I felt an obligation on some level to buy some. And if you look at the RWA chart, I was buying around here. And now you see it's around here. But Cometa, whoever it was, I don't even know, was it Cometa that gave the rewards? Now, if you stake if you lock RWA for 30 days on Cometa, you can earn Coop and Algo rewards. So somebody knew that and thought, well, let's go. Let's see if we can create some vibe here. So I don't know. They didn't talk to me about that. I have nothing to do with that. I mean, I guess I could consider throwing some Algo at this just to support the cause. We'll see what you guys do. Anyways, that's a little story about RWA. No big deal. They're just real world assets that I thought were fun, like gold, oil, and red wine. I thought that was funny. Tokenized red wine on Solana. And then the word assets, I thought it'd be funny to add hooker. And yeah, it's a bit of like a goofy derivative of Bitcoin, Harry Potter, whatever. It's goofy in the sense that there's no number at the end. It's just, I wasn't even really thinking much about that. But obviously it's a play a bit on that, except for it's just a bunch of red wine, hooker, blow, gold, oil. I'm invested in gold and oil. I'm not invested in blow. And I have very little experience with hookers. Turns out that your boy never had that much trouble. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, guys? Cheers to that. You know what I'm saying? Sorry. I do have trouble now that I have 84 children and a bitter wife, though. Okay, let's go back. Are we done? Oh, I did it. I should have talked about you're right. I can do that. I should have talked about look at that. Okay, let's see. So we got Pepe. Look at that. Look at Big Red, man. Up 15%, by the way. 3.3 million market cap. 100% circulating. And yeah, their TVL 60, almost 4,000. Pretty good. A200, that's actually up a bit. I mean, even though it's red, it's up a bit from when I saw it recently. Kimbo with 28,000. They're in the building. They got a almost $11 million market cap. Bumgarnered. And there's the cock. They got 27. So there is a race happening between cock and Kimbo. There's a Kimbo cock, and this one's got a major, a lot of money. It's 100 million plus. Based, definite friends of the show handling there, still in the game. Got 20, almost 21. Total TVL 25. Almost more TVL than market cap, or they do have actually more TVL than market cap. Based. Sweet. There we go. Ba da 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 da. Brad Energy. I mean, look, again, I am sounding the alarm a bit on crypto Twitter and the bubble that we're in, because if you don't think that, I don't even know really. I mean, I don't know her music. I'm sorry, I'm a bit old, but Charlie, whatever, like if she's Brat, I guess that's a thing. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people follow these girls. Beyonce comes out, if Taylor Swift comes out, if whoever, you know what I mean? So those people hold sway. Brad Energy. The product is flawed to people in the know. Are ETFs being purchased by people in the know? I mean, I think that's what you're relying on with these ETFs is you're going to get big time, you're going to get big money to go into them, to get exposure to the asset class. But you're right. I think a lot of these ETFs, it's like with Bitcoin for sure. I had this in real life happen, being like, oh, I didn't want to buy Bitcoin. I didn't want to hold it on Coinbase. I don't know any of that. I don't self custody. Fuck yourself. I don't care about that. And so it was an opportunity for people to just put some Bitcoin exposure in their portfolio. So it's potentially going to be that for retail as well. And there's probably large institutions that don't want the headache of having to custody this stuff, or have a custodian or whatever, and just be happy to be able to have BlackRock take care of it. When Hat Coop, I need to give him an address. Damn it. Coop, you should look at the tokenomics with Moon Juice. Oh yeah, I don't know anything about Moon Juice. I like that you guys named it Moon Juice. We'll look at that. We'll look at that on Friday. How about that? You didn't see the AVAX meme poking their way onto page 2 of Vestige. Pretty impressive for a bridge meme. That's for sure. That's for sure. Mingo's still distributing. Algonauts have gone quiet. Does Algonauts still have any? Ev has still got 3 million of RWA. I've only got 2. I should probably up that. What's up, Marine? Thanks for showing up, my man. All right. Hey, guys, I appreciate you. Anything else I should say? Look, the Coopers are in the building. We got Marine in here. We got Jax. We got all of these. We got all of you guys. Coop has been on a tear, and it's fucking cool to see. And it is, I repeat myself, and every time I talk, especially right now, because there's a lot of vibe happening for Coop. It's going to be going live on a centralized exchange, Probit soon. It's obviously is growing on Avalanche. It won week 1 of Token Wars. I don't know how it's doing in week 2. I'm not paying attention to that. I'm letting that all unfold, however it unfolds. But I mean, there's a lot of cool shit going on, and it's infinitely impressive how well they're piecing this all together. All right, Kryptonian, what's up? Thanks for showing up. Everybody, thanks for everybody on X, folks. If you're on YouTube, if you're watching this and you're like, wow, dude, fucking the ReCoop, man. Everybody's watching on X, okay? Okay, so Restream is stopping putting the eyes on here that include X. Usually it includes X. Or maybe, am I the only one that sees that number and it's just disturbing me? It's okay. We'll grow this thing. All right, folks.